Median of VCC, I can tell everybody when I go back home, I made it. And I don't make it too often. I was honored whenever Jerry came and asked me if he could do that joke with me, because Larry Phillips for years has been the one that the joke was played on. So that's no insult to me at all, and I'm glad that he asked me. But I want to tell you about Jerry's jokes. They're getting old, aren't they?
Yeah.
They sure are.
Yeah.
You know how old Jerry's jokes are? I kicked the slaps out of the cradle whenever I first heard them. That's how old his jokes are. Now, you know, whenever he talks about my teeth coming out at night, well, that's what happens generally when you get old. But that's a good thing, isn't it? Because look how much toothpaste I save every year by not having to brush all of those teeth. So I advise you don't brush your teeth now, and you just save you a lot of expense in the time to come. My sister as well as my nephew live in West Virginia, and I've asked them this question. How many people, 32 people in a room make up what? 32 West Virginians make up what? A full set of teeth. It takes 7 minutes. Now I can tell that to him, and he'll tell a joke about Virginia to me. So we look at the teeth and we say, well, it might have gone by the wayside, but you don't worry about those things. Also, there's a lot of things I haven't lost. I haven't lost beauty because I never had it. Never had to worry about that. Now, at least my mother was prejudiced, and she said I was a beautiful baby. But I've never seen a picture of that little beautiful baby. But there are some other things that we leave. I know I've already talked to 2 or 3 people here that have lost their good knees to playing football. So you lose things. Now, for those people that kind of laugh at me losing our teeth, I've still got hair. What have they lost on the top of their heads? So I still got the hair up there. You know what? If I let my hair grow and dyed it blonde, I'd look like Donald Trump, wouldn't I? So I haven't lost everything, have I? I haven't lost everything. Now, in Christians, we don't get revenge, do we? But we certainly can have our turn. So the question of the day then is, how many staff of VCC camp does it take to change a light bulb? How many do you think? Oh, more than that. It takes 25 people, 25 staff members to change a light bulb. Let's suppose this light bulb up here was blown. You know what we need? We need 3 main characters to change the bulb. We would need Tom to get up on the top of the ladder and hold his hand up, ready. And as he looks down, he sees, he sees Curtis. See, I've lost my memory. He sees Curtis and he says, Curtis, be careful down there. I might fall. And Curtis says, I'm being very careful, as he turns the ladder around and round and round and gets the light bulb screwed in. But there's also a participant there. Jerry Anderson is standing there saying, okay. Look at those teeth he's got. Aren't they pretty and shiny? I bet he spent $100,000 on toothpaste over the years. And, well, I thought we said there was 25. Well, we got 3, Tom, Curtis, and Jerry. What's the other 22 staffers doing? Oh, they're standing around and said, yay, we did it. We did a great job. We got the light bulb in. How wonderful we are. Stafford, you got to laugh at that. The campers will. So that's how many it takes. Now getting back to the teeth part, there's a story told about a preacher who visits an older lady, and he sees a nice little bowl of peanuts sitting on the table. And he starts eating them. And you know, you can't eat one peanut. And so he just simply ate the whole bowl. The lady at the house came in, and he began to apologize. "I'm sorry, I ate all of your peanuts." She says, "That's all right. I lost my teeth some time back, and so when I buy peanuts, I buy the chocolate peanuts, and I just suck the chocolate off of them and put them back." The moral of the lesson is, if you eat a peanut, make sure that there is chocolate on it. This is probably the most famous thing that I've done in a long, long time, and I appreciate being asked, and I'm glad that you can laugh a little bit at me and also with me. Now, I'm not a very famous person. I'm not a big preacher. I don't carry a lot of weight in the brotherhood, except I used to when I was bigger. Carried a lot of weight. I'm not renowned. I'm just simply Mitch. But there is one thing that I'm famous for, in fact, two. For all of you young people, I want to see if you can do this, and let's see if it will work. It's a train whistle in my hand. Now you got to practice that, don't you? And that's what I can do. If I was on the talent show on television, that's what I would do. That's about it, isn't it? The only other famous thing, and Jerry wanted me to talk about that, is my name, Floyd. Well, there was Raymond Floyd. There was Pretty Boy Floyd. Now, you younger ones don't know who Pretty Boy Floyd was. He was a gangster out in the Midwest. Now, I got Pretty Boy Floyd's looks, but I didn't become a gangster. But there's something else famous about my name. I'm the only person that you know that has their name in all three lines of their address. I talk to people around the world, telemarketers and other people, and I oftentimes tell them that so they'll get a smile on their face. It's a drudgery job of answering the telephone all day. And I asked them if they smiled about that, and they said they did. My name is Mitchell Floyd. I live at 478 Floyd Highway South, Floyd, Virginia, Floyd County. And by the way, when you send me a letter, put a $5 bill in the letter. Write down the address and send your money to me. That's the address. But I'm not through yet. My wife grew up in Floyd County, Georgia. She married a Floyd, and she moved to Floyd. So I'm not leaving Floyd, am I? So if you can do your search and say, I have heard of people with all three names, three lines, their name in all three lines of the address. I don't think you have. Now there's a serious research question that I want you to answer as we close. And don't clap when I say close. I didn't mean to say that. My last joke is, weren't you clapping? It's my last one. He's finally through. If you were walking down the highway, driving down the highway, your mom was driving down the highway, and you saw a turtle sitting on the fence post. Question is, do you know how that turtle got there? Thank y'all very much.